Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I'm here for the only live stream of the day. So I will take your questions in the order that they are received. Super chats and PayPal donations of $1.99 or more. We'll skip the line. Oh no, I hope that the notifications went out. All right, let me see. I'm gonna back up a little bit because I got this guy sitting over here and he's being quiet. And she's over here sleeping. Okay. Let me just move back a little bit. Oh, and this guy's gonna knock the cards off. All right, put that here. Okay, good boy. Put your head down, baby. It's okay. Okay. First person here is Nana of Love. All righty. You good boy. Put your head on my lap. You good boy. All right. It looks like you may be holding yourself back a little. You have the Eight of Swords, which would indicate holding yourself back. There may be some arguments and bickering around, or you may be feeling like you just came through some kind of a disaster. But that's all moving into the past. Moving forward, you have a couple of options here. Oh my God. All right, moving forward, you've got a Leo around you, a Capricorn around you, and also a Sagittarius. So you may have some choices in the near future as to who you want to be with. You might be really undecided when you get to this point. If these people haven't shown up yet, they will be showing up and you may have some choices. Yeah. Hang in there. It may get interesting. Listen, whenever somebody has a lot of choices, I always think it's a good thing. Even if you're not interested in these people, just the fact that they show up calls in other energies. So if you're not with anyone right now, you can expect things to, the pace should really start to be picking up. Mimi, was it more than intercourse between M and D, and what's the outcome? Was it more than just intercourse? No, it was just intercourse, but it looks like one of the two people may be a little bit mildly heartbroken. Three of Swords in reverse is not like a tremendous heartbreak. It's almost like a minor disappointment or getting over a heartbreak. It could be that one person used the other person to get over something, that kind of thing. It doesn't look like there's much between them. And I don't even think that it's something that happened, frequently. Maybe it happened once or twice. Liz, why does A feel like I don't love him? Let's see. Well, all right. This is a little bit up and down. So at first it shows that he feels like he put in a whole lot of effort and he has not seen a payoff. Like maybe he puts in more effort to the relationship than you do. That might not be true, but that's how he's feeling. It's also showing that he's feeling like the weight of the world is on his shoulders. However, coming up, it's like the sun is right in the middle of the spread, which is happiness. Temperance is here, which is like compassion, patience, serenity. He may be feeling sorry for himself right now, but he doesn't really have a reason why he thinks that you don't love him, other than he feels like he puts in more effort than you do. So, and it looks like it's just like a moment in time. Once the sun card shows up, it's like happiness. So he shouldn't be feeling that way in the near future. Solar, is he dating someone else? Should I trust him? I don't think he's seeing anyone else. I don't think that there's any reason why you shouldn't trust him at this point. Liz, angel messages. Seven of Earth. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. The Five of Earth. Fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. The Six of Water. Memories from your history or your childhood. Issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Stephanie, how is T feeling about me today? How is T feeling? Okay, he feels like, if you haven't heard from him, he's coming in out of the blue. He feels like you are pretty balanced, serene, passionate, loving, kind, adventurous, strong, carefree and spontaneous, and nurturing. Stephanie, how does he feel about E? He feels like she's got possibilities, she's nurturing, that he feels that she's got a secret, that she's keeping something from him, that she's overall a happy person, she's a hard worker, she could be very argumentative, she also may have trouble with honesty. He feels that she's creative, hardworking comes up again, and successful. Stephanie, how is E feeling about T? Is she trying to work it out? Is she trying to work it out? She's taking a break right now. It seems like she's pulled her energy back right now. I don't think that she's trying to work on anything with him right now. I think she's giving him space. It doesn't look like she's around right now. Georgia, is RS missing me? Yes. Alicia, why did Nick text me that yesterday? All right, I don't know what he texted you, but this is what shows up. It shows up sharp words. So if you haven't had sharp words with him yet, you might have sharp words or a little bit of an argument with him. It shows that he may be hiding a secret, and there's happiness that surrounds this. So I don't know if he's holding a secret that leads to happiness. There's a secret around this situation, but there's also happiness, and he's feeling prepared. I don't know. It's very bizarre. I don't know what he said to you, but it looks like there could be an argument. I don't know if he's like, you know how it feels? It feels to me like somebody that lies to you because there's surprising you with something. You know how like you might tell somebody that you're going one place, but you're really going another place because it's a surprise. Like that's the kind of feel that I get from it. I have no idea what he said to you, but that's what the cards suggest. Mimi, I meant to put me in D. I think you picked up his ex. Oh, maybe. Was our connection more than sex? and her feelings. All right. Is there more to this than just sex, and what are her feelings? 2, 3. Okay, all right, there's more to this than just sex, but I'm not so sure that she is in touch with exactly how she feels at this point. It shows that there's a lot of passion around the situation, and the sun is happiness, but she comes off as a little bit undecided and a little bit unsure, but there's more to come, but I don't know that she realizes that yet. So maybe the kind of thing that it comes out in time. I think that there's more here than just like a one-time hookup. Liz, how does A feel about me? How does A feel? A feels that you're well-balanced, grounded, deep. Well-balanced comes up again. Contemplative or philosophical, maybe like a philosophical, yeah. That's well-balanced, nurturing, kind, successful, attractive, hardworking. Stephanie, how did my dad feel when I took him to the doctor that I work with today? Because he's being genuine when he says he's feeling a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, okay. So the 9 of Rods would be him feeling like he made it to the top of the mountain. So he does feel better today. This is like breathing a sigh of relief. Like if he was scared or he was concerned that maybe he wasn't doing so hot, today he feels so much better that he feels like, well, the worst of it is over. I think that the worst of it is over for him, but I don't know. Do you know what he had? Yeah, I think that today he's sort of like, kind of like exhaling. The 9 of Swords, the 9 of Rods would be like I made it. Like the worst of it is over kind of a thing. Anna, is he a jealous person or is he mad at me? Okay. Is he a jealous person? No, I don't get that he's a jealous person. I'm only getting 33% chance that he's jealous. Is he mad? He may be a little upset about something, yeah. I don't think that he's overly jealous, though. He doesn't come off as that. Allison, what are A's intentions sending her coworker to pass on a message to me? Why did she do this? Wait a minute. What are A's intentions sending her coworker to pass on a message to me? Huh. All right. So in other words, she didn't tell you herself. She sent someone else to tell you something. I don't like that. I don't like third parties being involved for any reason. Because how do we know that that she really sent this third party and the third party didn't just do it on their own? I never trust third party information ever. Her intentions, right now she's showing up as indecisive. She's got the Eight of Wands here in reverse, which is like feeling a little bit stuck where things are not changing. I don't think she really knows what's going on here. If she did send somebody to give you a message, it's because she's not ready to move forward or she's feeling stuck. The Death card in reverse is like not evolving, like hold up, I'm hanging out here for a second. But like I said, I don't ever trust anything that comes from a third party, you know, unless it's like my brother, you know, like, but a random, I hate to say this, but especially if it's a woman, because women sometimes, you know, like men, men tend to not think outside the box. Women tend to think outside the box. So sometimes women know what they're doing and they're a little bit more sly or slick. So I don't know, just be careful. I don't think that she knows what she wants. I think that if she did involve this other person, they may not have relayed the message exactly right. I don't know, I don't trust the whole thing. Alicia, how does Nick currently feel about me? All right, how is Nick currently feeling? He feels that you're attractive. He's a slow mover, though. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow mover. He thinks that you're unique, you're kind, you're loving, you make a great friend, you're stable, successful, attractive, passionate, and lucky. Nicole, how's Jeff feeling about me not replying back? He kind of thinks that you're being stubborn, or he thinks that you're sort of like hang on. Like kind of like playing games. Oh shit, hang on. Bear with me here a sec. He's not happy that you didn't respond to him. He sort of thinks that you're playing games, but I think he thinks that you're going to answer him eventually. Yeah, I think he thinks that you're going to answer him eventually. I think he thinks that you're making him wait. You know, like being stubborn. Make him wait. Good. Georgia, what does RS want to say to me? Does RS want to see me? Let's see. Yes, he does. Lydia, a week 5 reading with Mac. Right, what's going on with Mac? Okay, so the first thing is that you have a wish that comes in around Mac. He's feeling prepared. He's a water sign, right? Is he a Cancer? There's a water sign that's coming in, so this could be somebody else if he's not. This would be either a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. Your situation could be evolving with the Death card, and there's also magic around the situation. So when the Magician shows up, you're calling the shots, which means focus on your thoughts and focus on what you want, not what you don't want. So now would not be the time to like discuss insecurities with people. Now would be the time to focus on, this is what I want out of life. This is what I'm going to get. Because when the Magician shows up, you can manifest that. I think that this week, things could move forward with the Death card. There could be some kind of a transformation with the Death card. Krista, Jay's current feelings towards me. He's feeling a little bit stuck right now, but that's his problem. That's not how he feels about you. He thinks that you're kind, stable, nurturing, loving, unique, hardworking, loyal, strong, courageous. Lydia ran into Omar the Aquarius, gave him his birthday gift, not even a thank you. Oh my God. Let's see. What's happening here with this Aquarius? I think you're going to hear from him. I think that he comes in out of the blue. You may have taken him by surprise a little bit by giving him the gift, or, you know, kind of bumping into him. But I think that you might hear from him out of the blue. I think that he was taken a little bit off guard, or he was a little shocked. You might have a little argument with him. You may have a little discussion with him. That's okay. But I think he's going to reach out to you out of the blue, or you're going to bump into him again. Yeah, this guy. Taurus. Who's my next relationship? I can't tell you age. I don't know age. Next person that comes in is a Virgo. They're going to be quiet, soft-spoken, maybe an introvert. They may be extremely smart, loyal, caring, and I think that they're going to be a Virgo. But I know I can't give you age, and I can't really give physical characteristics either, because people's, like, I dated somebody once who was significantly younger than me. I was about 30 at the time, and he was like 19. If you stood the two of us next to each other, we pretty much looked like we could be the same age. He just looked like he was an older guy. And physical traits, people's physical traits change too. Like, you could have blonde hair today and you could have brown hair the next day. So I can't really give traits. And age, you know, if someone who's a Gemini will come off as being young. Somebody that's a Capricorn can come off as being very old, you know, and they may not be. It just, they come off mature. So age and physical traits are very hard to nail. The sign, characteristics, that's different. But, you know, Capricorn comes off mature. Somebody that has Venus in Capricorn tends to like an older person, tends to like a more of a mature person. Somebody with Venus in Gemini may not feel that way. So I can't give physical traits, and I can't give you an age. Solar. What should I do about this connection with the guy I'm seeing? He's very hot and cold, and we haven't spoken in weeks. All right, let's see. See, there's worry around the situation and minor heartbreak around the situation. You have a wish, though. You can turn it around, but you have to understand that he's going to be a slow mover. He also may have some financial issues or financial burdens. If you want this relationship to work and you're really into this person, I would confront the situation. And I would, because it looks like balance and compassion can come back into the situation. I'm a big fan of communication. Some people are not good at it. I have a friend of mine who, she always says, I don't know how to explain myself. I'm not good at explaining myself. So if that's how you feel, like I'm not good at explaining myself, that's exactly what I would say. Hey, I'm not the best at explaining how I feel, but I feel like things are hot and cold, and I really like to either get to know you better or spend more time with you, whatever it is. How are you feeling about that? Or if you really don't like to discuss your feelings, I would just reach out and see if you can make plans. You know, try to bypass the whole awkward talk if you feel like it's going to be awkward. But I really think that communication is important. And if you feel like you're not good at it, I think most people aren't good at it, start off with that. I'm not really good at explaining how I feel, or I hope I'm saying this right, you know, something like that. Because unfortunately, a lot of relationships and situations crumble or dissipate because people don't communicate. People, they assume things. And people usually assume things from the place that they're in. Like, If you ever heard me tell the story about my friend with the snowstorm, she got mad at me because we had a snowstorm and she was supposed to go away for the weekend and it was her birthday. And I assumed that she didn't go. So I called her at home. She got mad at me because she thought I called her at home because I didn't want to talk to her and I knew she wouldn't be there. Because, think about that. If she didn't want to talk to me, that's what she would have done. She would have called me when she knew I wasn't home. So when someone's going to assume something, they usually assume something because that's how they feel. It doesn't mean that it's right. Lydia. Robert the Pisces started to text me asking if I wanted to be left alone. Weird. I don't remember talking to you before about Pisces. I remember the Aquarius, I think a Virgo, and then Mac. But I don't remember the Pisces. All right, let's see. Well, Pisces, I'm a Pisces, so I could say this about us. Pisces can be the martyr. So, he may be saying that because he either wants to make you feel bad or, I don't know, wants to guilt you into reaching out to him more or something. Here he is, the Pisces. Coming in on like a white horse. And then he gets a little bit stuck. And you should use your intuition when you deal with him. It's like he wants to be grounded. It's like he wants more, but he doesn't know how to get there. The Lover's card is in reverse, so I'm not sold that you're going to hook up with him, or at least not right now. I don't think that you're really feeling him. I think that you may be feeling like he's kind of a jerk, but that could change. It could change, not now, but in time. He's going to reach out to you again. The Knight of Swords, he comes in out of the blue again. I would be prepared to hear from him again. Very strange. That's very strange that somebody would just text you that. And there was no conversation prior, just reached out and said that. Just know that Pisces sometimes can make themselves the martyr. Like, I did it for you, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Pisces would turn around and say, well, I didn't text you anymore because I didn't think you ever wanted to hear from me again. I hate that crap. Blue moon, general. Spontaneity comes in. Adventure comes in. You have a large sum of money coming in. Celebrations coming in, and feeling like you finally made it to the top of the mountain. So I think things are going to, I don't know where you are right now in your life, but the Ten of Cups is here too, which means that happiness should be coming on all levels over the next couple of months. Things start to feel very full. Anna. Was Henry my karmic partner, and why won't he leave? Right, was Henry a karmic partner? He was a karmic partner, and he feels like he cares about you, and he feels like actually the Justice card, which is karma, just showed up. So yeah, he is a karmic partner, and he still cares about you. The thing is, like, karmic relationships aren't always bad. They just, you know, I don't feel like they're as passionate as soulmate relationships. But passion, you know, that goes both ways. It can be very, very passionate in a good way. It can be very passionate in a bad way, too. I think he still cares about you. I don't think he wants to lose the connection. That's why. Stephanie, how will things be next week? I haven't reached out to him, and he hasn't either. Next week may be a little bit boring, but it could be that he's busy at work. It looks like there's a lot of stuff happening at work. So I don't think too much is going to happen between the two of you next week, but I think it has more to do with his job than it does anything like on a personal level. I think he just maybe really be keeping busy. Anna, what's going to be my next relationship? Okay. Next relationship. There should be some money involved, or the person may have some money. It's going to be loving, balanced, happy. Well, it may take your life in a different direction because it shows evolution, but like things change. It's spiritually connected. It will be successful. The person may be very creative. They may have a very creative side that you find intriguing. Maybe they're an artist or they have some kind of a creative hobby, and you'll be very well prepared for this person when they show up. Christy, what did my mom and dad think about my call to them? Well, so this card in reverse would indicate starting to feel like the hard work they put in has paid off. So I don't know if you said something that made them feel like they were appreciated and they're not as worried. Like if they were worried about something or they were burdened by maybe your relationship with them, they're starting to feel a little bit less worried. It also looks like they feel like there's hard work around you guys. So I don't know if you guys are working together towards something or on something, but there's hard work there. They also feel like the phone call was successful with the Six of Wands. So success comes in. Feeling a little bit less burdened, a little bit relief, and a little bit of success. Plus hard work comes in. Sand, will Antonio come back to me? Yeah, I think that you'll have another shot in the near future, if you want it. Warda is Andinum, the Leo, reaching out to me. All right. Yes, definitely. It should be relatively soon, too. Georgia, is there a future with Vicky and Richard, or is it over? There can be a future here with these two, but I think it may take some time. It looks like one of them may have a third party around them. One may have a third party around them, and it may take a while for that to end. I'm thinking that if these two are going to reconnect, it may not be until like the fall or the winter, but there is a chance for them to reconnect. Anna, will Jay check up on me by the end of April or May? I only get a 33% chance, so I think it may take longer than that. TD. Why the Aries see my Snapchat story without saying a word? Well, it shows here that there's a lot of indecision surrounding him, but there you got success coming in and him coming in out of the blue. So he hasn't commented on it. I don't think he's going to comment on it. I think that he'll reach out to you a different way. I don't think he knew what to say. It's either that, or he didn't know what to say, or he was, I think that's what it was. He didn't know what to say, or he saw it and I don't know. It's like he didn't know how to respond to it. I don't know much about Snapchat. I've never done it, so I don't know really what we're looking at. But the Knight of Swords and the Success card means that you should hear from him in another arena, like in a place where you can actually talk. I don't think you can really talk on that, right? Well, the King of Swords would be sharp words. So I don't know where you guys are at right now, but the King of Swords would be like, not necessarily telling you off, but he may say things to you that you don't want to hear. It also shows that he does have respect for you here with the Six of Pentacles, but that he would have sharp words. I don't know where you are with him right now. If you guys are fighting, he may like reiterate to you something that he's already said. I don't think that he would say anything that you haven't heard before. Anna, does D dating someone, or is he single? Okay. Is D dating someone? I had a 70% chance that he's seeing someone. I think he may be seeing someone. Lydia, do you think Mac will get... yeah, he could be, especially being that he's a Cancer, right? Let's see. You know what? Yeah, because I think you also are going to have choices around you. I think that he's going to be more into you than you are him. Because I think that if you come up having a lot of choices around you, you always come up like that. Good. It's always better when the other person's a little bit more into you. Mariana, what should I expect this weekend in love and money? Looks like things are pretty slow. I mean, I'm not surprised. Everything's under lockdown. Nobody can really do too much. The Chariot here is in reverse, which would be a slowdown. There is some financial stability around you, but there's not too much happening. this week, or, well, there's like a mini tower moment upside down. It's not a big deal when it's in reverse, or it even could be a tower movement that's moving into the past. But it doesn't look like there's too much going on around love and money this weekend. Chariot in reverse is like a slowdown. Definitely a slowdown. Elizabeth, what's going to happen with me and my ex-fiance, Chris? What is that? My God, blasting down the road like that. See, that's the problem. There's nobody out. So the one person that's out is going 107 miles an hour. You know what I think is going to happen with this situation? I think that you guys are going to have the opportunity to reconnect at some point. Excuse me. Divine timing may bring the two of you together. And you could even entertain it for a while, but I don't think that... I think that you make a decision at some point that you realize why it didn't work out the first time. Because it seems like you may revisit it, or you have the opportunity to revisit it, but the lovers are in reverse, which would mean that either you walk away from it or it never really gets back on the ground. Like, it may be like, I'm just not feeling it anymore, kind of a thing. But I think that you will have the opportunity to revisit the relationship if you want to. Goddess, what's coming generally until the 15th? Well, you got a couple of things happening. You have some passion coming in. You also have some regret, and there may be a little bit of arguments between now and the 15th. There's an earth sign around you. A Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. There's also an air sign. Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Sandy, what's coming up for me? Sandy. You got financial stability coming up. It may be that money comes in and you settle an old debt or something that needs to get paid off, and it's like very relieving. Somebody comes in out of the blue that you haven't seen or spoken to in a long time. They may be a slow mover, but they make you feel like you have choices around you. You have a fire sign around you, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You also have you have an air sign here too, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. And somebody from your past returns. That could be the person that you hear from out of the blue. An old friend, an ex-lover, an old co-worker, somebody from your past returns. Marlon, do I have a new love coming in this year? Yes, I believe you do. It could be an Aquarius. Allison, is Marcos coming back? And if so, how and when? 70% chance he comes back. You probably would hear from him through error communication, which would be some kind of message, a direct message or a text message. And it could happen in the fall. Allison, is L talking to someone else? He acted like it's only me and he won't let me go, but there's something off. What is it? Well, it's bizarre because it does look like he's walking away. It looks like he walks away, but then he comes back in out of the blue, and then he's feeling a little bit more grounded, but then you may be feeling a little bit unappreciated. And then there's, I don't know what sign he is, but there's a Pisces around you that may want a beginning. He shows up as being undecided. I don't think he's seeing anybody else, but it looks like he walks away first and then he comes back. So I don't know. You're saying that he won't let me go. Are you trying to get out of it? Because well, the Eight of Cups, I guess it could be that you walk away from him. But either way, it looks like he comes back. So that's why I think it's him. I think he walks away and then he comes back. I don't think that he's talking to anyone else. No, I don't see anyone else around him. Not at this point. Krista, what does Jay truly want from me? Mostly physical? I'm only getting 33% chance that it's only physical. I don't think he knows what he wants. I don't think he knows what he wants. I think that, yeah, he likes a physical connection, but I don't think 33% chance is too low. There are very few situations where one person is actually really only concerned with sex. I mean, it's just not usual, because in this day and age, you can get sex anywhere. I mean, you don't need to be with the, one person, like there's no reason to just, like, I think most of the time what happens is people, they don't know what they want, or they're comfortable where they are and they're just not willing to, people are lazy, they're not willing to do the work. But the cards do not suggest that he only wants a physical relationship with you. No. I don't know that he's willing to do the work for the rest of it, but right now it's like he's stuck and he's a little stagnant, but this is not a relationship that's built on sex. Relationships that are built on sex don't last. Anything that's built on just strictly sex, hot burning passion, doesn't last. It just doesn't last that long. There's got to be something more there, otherwise it wouldn't be continuing. Sweet thing. Why is Kenneth doing crazy stuff? I'm not understanding. 1 minute he's hot, 1 minute he's cold. I know these people are enough to drive you crazy. A lot of people do that hot and cold nonsense. Let's see. Well, the good news here is that he's coming back into balance. That's the final card. So, I mean, right now it does look, there's anxiety around him. He's feeling unearthed, uprooted. That's what I'm talking about. This may have to do with all the bullshit that's going on and being on lockdown and not being able to do much. He feels unprepared. He's a little bit worried about finances, but it's all moving back into balance soon. So just kind of stick it out. The hot and cold nonsense, it's like a lot of people they just don't know what to expect. And I've been having a lot of conversations with like people that are normally pretty stable that are not having a good time through all this. There's a lot of anxiety around it, and I think that he's kind of waffling back and forth. But the good news is that he ends on solid ground. So by the time all of this blows over, he's going to be back to normal. He's going to be stable. Nina, did A love me when he said it, and how does he feel now? He did mean it, and he still does care very much about you. Definitely. Okay, general love reading. Well, you got choices around you. Oh boy, you got a lot of good stuff happening here. So first of all, you have a Capricorn around you. That could be a soulmate connection. You also have an air sign around you, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Overall, you have happiness with the Sun card when it comes to love, and the world is at your feet, and a lot of success. I think that you're going to have your choice between a couple of different people before you make your final decision. You may, you know, spend a little time with a couple of different people, which is totally fine. But at the end of the day, it's your call. There's happiness. The world is at your feet, and you're surrounded by a successful relationship. So I think you're on the right track. Shar, why has Lee ghosted me since January? Well, he's got some issues. First of all, he doesn't listen to his intuition, and he feels like the whole world is against him. He feels very weighed down and burdened, but he also is feeling like he put in a whole lot of work and he didn't see a payoff. Not with you, but with life in general. Moving forward, you have a wish and he comes back in. So just, you know, be careful because he's going to enter again. So when he shows up, think about what you want from the relationship because you have the wish card here. So you can, you know, put out into the universe exactly what you want. I really hate these people that come in and go out. When will he come back? Okay, let's see. 3 months or sometime this spring. The hearts would be sometime this spring. So I would say between now and the end of by June 21st, he should be back. But it could be as soon as 3 weeks. 3 weeks too. 3 weeks, 3 months, or before the change of the season. Mariana, what's my next move in my relationship this month? Looks like you guys are working hard on the connection, and I don't know what if you guys work together or you do something that deals with money, because it looks like there's a lot of money surrounding this relationship this month. Hard work and money. Elizabeth, what are Costa's next move towards me and when? Air communication, which would be some kind of a text message or direct message. And it should happen within the next 10 days. Oh, I missed Georgia Peach. What does RS want to say to me? Well, he's been thinking a lot about past wounds, and he feels very weak. Thinking a lot, spending a lot of time thinking about old wounds and feeling very weak. Sweet thing, what does Kenneth want from me? He wants happiness. 10 of Cups is happiness. He may also want passion and a physical connection, but overall, his first goal is happiness. He wants happiness. Empress. Should I buy this tea to help with weight loss? No. I'll ask the cards, but no. No. When it comes to weight loss, there is no quick fix. Any quick fix, it would only be temporary. Like I can give you a million examples because I've been on every single fad diet there is. The most extreme, fastest way to lose weight, I did a shake diet and I took off 20 pounds pretty fast, and I put 25 pounds back on twice as fast. Any tea, any diet pill, anything like that, none of it works. The only way to lose weight is to consume less calories than you burn. That's it. There's no quick fix. And when I tell you I've been on every diet pill, I've been on every diet pill. Everything. I was on, well, when they first started like getting really popular, like the stackers and all those that had that crazy Benadryl shit in there that people were dying from. I was on all those. I've been on everything. And the only way to lose weight is to stick to a healthy diet and go out and exercise. And if it doesn't work and you're being legit, then you may have to see a doctor because you could have a thyroid problem. But otherwise, losing weight is simple math. There is no magic tea, no magic pill, no magic anything. It all would be temporary. And the thing with tea is that most likely it would be, if you drank enough of it, it would be a diuretic and you would lose water weight, but that would be it. You can't lose weight from, you can't lose fat from a drink. Like, you got to burn it off. That's the only way to do it. You have to burn it off. I mean, I've seen all kinds of sides because that's my business, you know. Hot yoga is not so much the spiritual mecca that they may lead you to believe it is. A lot of people that come in there are, it's not about yoga at all. Mariana, what are my boyfriend's current feelings towards me? They feel passionately about you. They feel happy with you. Use your intuition. You have good psychic connection with him. The relationship is well balanced. They think that you're attractive, stable, prepared, that you guys are like-minded, and that you guys are pretty well balanced. Sarah, why did D really message today? He got mad I asked. Why did D really message today? He's having a tower moment. So he could have been having a tower moment, and that's why he reached out to you. I mean, if he got mad at you because you asked, that could be the tower moment. But I think that he was having some kind of an issue. He's not holding himself back. He wants to come forward. I think he's going through a personal evolution here with the death card. So once again, we go back to this whole lockdown. If you guys are on lockdown where you are, for a lot of people, and I have some friends of mine that are yoga people and that are like meditation people, and they've been talking to me about how they're freaking out. Not everybody can be locked in the house. Not everybody could be idle. So like my one friend, she literally called me from, she went to a grocery store parking lot so that she could walk around the parking lot. So a lot of people are having a hard time right now. I think that he was legitimately having some kind of an issue and reached out to you because either he needed someone to talk to, even if it wasn't talking about anything, he just needed a connection. He just wanted to reach out to speak to someone, and you came to mind. So what if he got mad that you asked? That's fine. You could ask. There's nothing wrong with that. Goddess, when is a new job coming in for me? Sometime this summer. PY, is Maggie the Sag interested in women romantically? I don't think so. I'm only getting one ace. The devil card is in reverse, right? But there's only one ace. So I would say that she may have experimented with women, or she may be willing to experiment with women, but I don't think that it's something, I don't know if she would be like into having a relationship with a woman. Like she may be okay with hooking up with one, but I don't know if she would want to be in like a romantic relationship with one. TD, should I contact the Aries? Does he want me to? Yeah, I think that he would be okay with it if you did. I always tell people to reach out first. There's only two reasons why I would say not to. And not, well, maybe three. One would be if you're not feeling confident. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, he doesn't want to talk to me, he hates me, then I would say don't do it. And I would tell people not to do it if they're constantly texting or texting first and not getting a response. So if, say, you texted him today and didn't hear from him, and then you texted him tomorrow and didn't hear from him, and then you tried it again on Monday and didn't hear from him, then I would tell you stop texting him. Or if you had the kind of relationship with him where he was reciprocating, but he never reached out to you first, and it seems like you were always the one that was doing it, and like you would reach out and he would respond, but then that's where the conversation would kind of end, then I would tell you not to reach out. But otherwise, I always encourage people to, because it can cut down on all the time. You see, there's only a couple of reasons why you won't reach out to him. Either you're afraid, right? You're either afraid that he's going to reject you, or, it's an ego-based thing. If you knew that he was going to be happy to hear from you, and you knew that he was going to want to talk to you, then you would reach out to him. Just like if you were going to reach out to me, if you were going to send me a text message, you wouldn't think anything of it. You would just send me a text message. And if I didn't answer you, you wouldn't think anything of it. You'd be like, oh, she'll get back to me when she gets back to me. My friends and I do it all the time. Like, I actually sent a message once to my friend Amy and one to my friend Joe. And these are two people that always answer me back. And for whatever reason, neither one of them got back to me until the next day. And I totally forgot that I texted them until they answered me. But the situation is different. They're just my friends. So when I go to text Amy, I don't think, well, I haven't talked to Amy in 3 months. Should I text her? And Amy and I will go 3 months without talking. I mean, I've spoken to her. Her birthday was in February, and my birthday was in March. And she came to see me in the hospital when Avery was born. But like now, I don't talk to her every day. I don't talk to her every week. You know, it's normal. Like before Avery was born, she was coming to my yoga class on Monday night, but it wasn't every Monday night. It was when she had Monday night off. So, you know, it's different. When it's like my friend, I'm like, oh yeah, there's no big deal. Oh, I'll just text her whenever. But and you don't think, well, should I text her? Why would it wouldn't even cross my mind. I would never stop and think, maybe she doesn't want to hear from me, you know? But because the situation is different and there are emotions involved and there's an ego involved and there's fear, and then that's when we question it. So if you're feeling confident and you're feeling okay about it, I would definitely say reach out. Definitely. Shar, what's the future for Lee and I? Well, it looks like it's going to be a little bit up and down. It's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster. So it looks like you guys wind up talking again soon over the next couple of weeks. And there may be a lot of contemplation on your part. You may be thinking about it a lot. And you may be feeling like you put in a lot of effort and you just don't see a payoff. And then it may be causing you a lot of anxiety and a little bit of feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. So you may back up a little bit. You may be the one calling the shots. And then it may be like he puts in more effort because you back up. It looks like this could be somewhat of a roller coaster. It could be a lot of in and out and him ghosting. And it looks like at some point there could be a third party that gets involved here. So if you want the relationship to work, it's going to take a lot of work, and you may have to deal with a couple of disappearances. You know, that could be a little bit frustrating, but hey Jay, significant events in April. Well, you're not holding yourself back. You're growing, developing, evolving, and you may be also planning a trip. You may be thinking about planning a trip when all this stuff is over, coming up. Like you may be planning it in April or deciding on where you want to go in April. There's talk around a trip. I think that a lot of the stagnation in April is going to cause a lot of people to like reflect on themselves and what they want out of life and how they're going to do things differently when the restrictions are all lifted and we can go back to normal. I don't think a lot of us are going back to the same places that we were at. Forever grateful. General, please. I'm single and an Aquarius. Okay. Okay, you do have a soulmate connection coming in here. Use your intuition. Your intuition is spot on. This person may be with somebody when you first meet them, because the Three of Cups is in reverse. They may come in out of the blue. They're going to be a slow mover, maybe because they either may be with someone or they have somebody around them. I think the person that comes in may be an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo, and they're going to really appreciate you and treat you with respect. But it may be a little bit sketchy for them getting out of this other relationship. They could be in another relationship or an ending another relationship when you meet them. If you hang out and you put up with it and you get through it, your connection is strong enough, you feel, it can take you to balance, patience, compassion. It may be somewhat of a road, but I think that moving forward, you may be happy with this person. Sweet thing is something Kenneth want to say to me but can't. Well, you know what he would say to you really is that he appreciates you and he respects you. But I don't think he has anything else to say at this point. Forever grateful. How does Jennifer feel about me and N talking? I don't know that she likes it. There's heartbreak here. The Knight of Cups is in reverse. I don't think that she's thrilled about it. PY, as a the Pisces feeling for me romantic or friendship? Okay, is this romantic? Right now, I think it's friendship. Right now, friendship. But that doesn't mean that more can't come. More videos on manifestation. All right. I'm going to try to do them tomorrow because I have videos to do tomorrow for the tarot course. Those people that are taking the tarot course. So I'll do another one on manifestation tomorrow. There's another video too that I wanted to do. I can't remember what it was. Damn. Hopefully I'll remember because tomorrow I'm going to do them. Sure. Would things get better for my situation with Lee? Will things get better? Things can get better. It's going to take work, though. You're going to have to really work on it. When he comes back, like, I don't think he comes back, like, picture perfect. I think when he comes back, he still needs to, like, I mean, this ghosting bullshit, it's just so wrong to do that to people. But it's like sometimes from the other side, I can kind of see why they do it. A lot of times it's like, the person doesn't intend to do it, but like one day turns into a week, turns into a month, and then they feel like they have to explain themselves. So that puts it off even further. And then sometimes it's also like they kind of get hopeless, so they just don't reach out. It's not an excuse, and it's definitely not right. Sure. Would I end up in a romantic relationship with him? 70% chance, yes, you can end up in a romantic relationship with him. PY. Unsaid messages from A the Pisces to me were complicated. Unsaid messages from A. Well, he's feeling a little overwhelmed and also feels like he doesn't know how to express himself. It may be a source of frustration that he has just generally, that he feels like he can't always put his feelings and emotions into words and make people understand how he's feeling. He's feeling a little bit argumentative at the moment, and he's feeling a little bit like down on his luck, and like he has like lack of passion and feeling like he hasn't made it to the top of the mountain. Like kind of like the wind has been knocked out of him. Like that's how he feels. Like he's just like the wind has been knocked out of me. He's a complicated person, but I think that I think you could navigate through it. It may take some time, but Julie, I'm missing my silver laptop. Did I misplace it or did someone take it? Okay. Did someone take it? I don't think someone took it. I think that you misplaced it, and the home is here. The Four of Wands would be the home. I wonder if it's somewhere in your house or somewhere in the home. Emma, has John Paul thought about me since we spoke? Yes, he has. Definitely. Forever. What is Jay's energy around me and N? Her feelings. What is Jay's energy around me and N? Her feelings. A little bit heartbroken. Three of Swords in reverse would either be getting over a heartbreak or feeling a little bit heartbroken. Feeling a little bit hesitant. Yeah, the energy is mildly heartbroken or upset, a little bit regretful, a little bit anxious. Julie, is Donald and his woman still at odds, or are they getting along well? What's going on with Donald and his woman? No, I don't think that they're getting along well. Well, I mean, it looks like it's up and down with the two of them. Like first, it's like, this is like a wish, but then here's a breakup. And then it's like somebody's leaving, but then there's happiness. And then it comes back to anxiety. It's a roller coaster of a ride, but it's more on the outs than it is on the, it's more on the downs than it is on the ups. Let's put it that way. Mel, you mentioned that someone has a crush on me. Do I currently know this person? Why hasn't this person come forward and said something? This person, I don't think that you know them well. You may know of them. Did I say that they were a Taurus? Because you got a Taurus here. Either way, if it's not a Taurus, it could be a spiritual connection, or it could feel like, it could even be somebody who's like a strong character. But I think this person just doesn't have the nerve yet, or they're not sure how you feel. They may not be somebody that you know very personal. It could be somebody that you know of, someone who's kind of like a friend of a friend, somebody that's like people that are in your life, but like, how do I say it? Not on an every, like, and not on an everyday basis. Like, it wouldn't be like your next door neighbor, but it could be like your next door neighbor's son that comes over to visit, and you know of him through her, like that kind of a thing. Like, you would know who he was if you saw him, but he's not somebody in your everyday life kind of thing. Emma, what was John Paul thinking about since we spoke? He was thinking about either the days that you knew him from work, right? You met him at work, because it shows work here, feeling nostalgic for the past, and feeling like a little anxious about things, feeling anxious, remembering things of the past, and he kind of holds himself back a little bit at this point. So he may be thinking that he's going to reach out, and then he holds himself back. It may take him a little bit of time before he comes forward. He's got thoughts running through his mind, like he's half in, half out. He's going to do it, and then he pulls back, and then he's going to do it, and then he pulls back. Forever grateful. Can I trust Jen as a friend? Her feelings towards me. I wouldn't trust her, no. 10 of Swords is here, which means that she's capable of stabbing you in the back. I wouldn't trust her. I would keep her at arm's length, like that kind of, not that you can't be friends with her, but I wouldn't confide in her anything that, no, I think that she could stab you in the back. A sweet thing. Kenneth's aware of my spirituality. How does he feel? I think he's aware of it to a certain extent, and it makes him a little bit nervous. I think that he feels like you're pretty insightful and you're pretty intuitive, and you can kind of read him, and it makes him a little bit nervous. That's okay. Let him be nervous. Emma, why is John Paul feeling anxious? Is it towards me? No, I don't think it's towards you. I think it's, I keep coming back to everybody's having issues with being under lockdown. I think some people have a harder time than others. I think it's making him very anxious. I think that he wants to, like, break out of these chains. Like, he feels like, I got to break out of these chains. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I got to do something. It may be grating on his nerves. Yeah, you guys, you can close the super chats. That would be great. And in the meantime, I will do the moderators and I will answer. I'm going to go back up to the top, try to pull out of some of these people that I didn't get to. Um, um, Sade, why does the Pisces feel like he needs to hold back from me? Well, he feels like he holds back because he hasn't made a decision to come forward 100% yet, and he doesn't think that you're going to accept him half in, half out. So he kind of, you know, he pulls himself back because he's like, no, I don't want, I can't make promises that I can't keep, that kind of thing. He's not 100% in this right now, not yet. Emma, does John Paul like that I like him? Yeah, he likes it. He likes it. Beautiful. Why didn't you contact me for my birthday today? Happy birthday. Why didn't he contact me for my birthday? Well, he's selfish. It comes up as being selfish. You got a mini tower moment here with the tower in reverse. And you also have the star in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse also indicates him not calling you on your birthday. So my theory here with birthdays, a lot of people put a whole lot of emphasis on birthdays and what they mean. And unfortunately, to most guys, like guys don't really make a big deal about birthdays. And I always tell this story, I've told it a million times, about my grandfather. My grandfather was like my best friend. And my best friend, he grew up in a family of, there were 13, of which 10 lived. Because back then, you know, sometimes they didn't live. And of the 10 children that lived, he had, there were 9 boys and 1 girl. And I used to ask him all the time about what are his siblings' birthdays were, because I've studied astrology since I'm a little kid. I mean, I was like really, really young when I started to learn. I mean, like I was under 5. My grandfather wore a Capricorn necklace, which I asked him about it when I was 3. And that's when I started asking questions about astrology. I just thought that it was fascinating. Anyway, so do you know what he used to say to me? I don't remember their birthdays. I just know most of them are born in May. I know them now because from Ancestry.com, their birthdays are listed. I mean, who the hell knows whether or not they're right, because back then the records weren't kept well. And he was right. Most of them were born in May, but he couldn't tell you the dates. So my thing is that remembering somebody's birthday does not equal love. I remember people's birthdays that I went to elementary school with because they're in my brain because I'm an astrology person and that's what I study. It doesn't mean that I care about these people any more than my grandfather cared about his siblings. You know what I'm saying? So don't let it make you feel bad, because to some people, it's just, they don't keep track of that kind of stuff. And to other people, it's really important. Like, really important. Like I worked with a woman. She was like in her 50s at the time, and she was married and she had a boyfriend and whatever. And they would, I mean, it was all craziness, but like she would be like, it's our 5.5 month anniversary. And I would be like, I mean, really, are we celebrating half months? I mean, really, you mean you're 50 something years old. But to her, it was like a big deal. And to her boyfriend, like, he didn't, 5.5 year anniversary. Come on. You know, like, anyway, I used to have to straighten her out a lot. Kiki, any new love coming my way? You have a Leo and a Sagittarius coming. A Leo and a Sagittarius coming. I'm probably not too soon. Probably sometime late spring. All right, moderators. Brandy, have I've been meditating. Am I doing it right? And if so, is it helping? I don't think you can do it wrong. I don't think you can do it wrong. Yes, I think it's helping. I think it may take time for you to realize that it's helping, though. Rhonda, general. You have a time here of contemplation, thinking about things, overthinking things, rethinking things, and then feeling prepared, moving forward, moving away from things that no longer work and moving towards success. You have a creative project coming up. You have magic around you. You also have a lot of money coming in. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which means you should be getting a large sum of money at some point this year. He remembered, he just didn't reach out. Maybe he remembered and then he forgot to reach out. Mel, current energy between the Aries and the Leo. Aries and the Leo. Oh man, arguments. Arguments and feeling unsuccessful. These two may be fighting a whole lot. It's feeling unbalanced, unrooted, ungrounded. Somebody stabbed the other one in the back. This relationship ain't good. Definitely not good. Or at least it's not going through a very good period. Whatever is happening now is not good. It's like arguments, bickering. Somebody stabbed the other person in the back. Somebody else is looking to get out of there. All right, did I make it through all the super chats? I think I did. All right, I'm going to go. I'll do another video on manifestation. I also, if you're in the tarot course, I'm going to do another video tomorrow. So this will be the 4th video tomorrow. And if you wanted to join the course, it's $20 a week, but you could start and stop at any point. If you stop and then restart, just let me know what week you're on, because then I'll forward you, the next week so you don't miss. You may be a week behind or whatever, but so what? That's okay. All right. I am going to go. I'm tired. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I put up a sale if anyone wants to do privates. 3 questions for $13. And I'll do them tomorrow as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll check the community board because I'll probably post the times that I'll be on tomorrow if you're looking to tune in tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.